Hello everyone, good afternoon to all of you. A very good afternoon, guys. I I hope I am clearly audible and visible to each one of you. Just confirm once, is everything fine? And welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. Welcome to this new session that we are having today about scoring 99 percentile in DILR section. So basically we are running a series on that. We have had some sessions before this too, if you guys would have seen those. So in those sessions I had taken some questions of data interpretation, logical reasoning, some different type of DIs. This all that we have discussed in those previous sessions, right? So today again from that series only we are starting with something again today. I mean, the last time when we discussed about it, these were pie charts, tables, bar graphs, line graphs. Then we discussed in one class where we talked about some unconventional DIs, right? That was the last class that I did. I mean, probably you can find those sessions on our channel itself. So continuing with that, we have another session today which is about the unconventional kind of DI sets which have appeared either in CAT or ZAT or IFT in the previous few years. I am going to talk about those today. Very good afternoon, Sahil Madan, and a good afternoon again to all of you who can hear me. And please just confirm once through the chat box that if everything fine or not, you are able to hear me or not, or is there any operational issue. If there is anything, just let me know, guys, and then we'll start with our session today. Okay. Hi Milind, very good afternoon, very good afternoon, and to others as well, good afternoon. So let's start with our class today. So here is the first set for all of you, just to show it to you that what kind of questions are they going to ask you. Here is the first one. It's a question from CAT 2021, an actual set from CAT 2021 which has recently appeared in CAT. So this is a question from there. So just read it once, just look at the data. I'll show you the exact information as well, and after that we'll start doing about. उसके बाद हम लोग इसे पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. I hope all of you can see this graph. Okay. So now I'll show you the information based upon this graph. So what is this information? Please read it carefully. The graph and the information both are given to you. I know that I am somehow coming in the way of the graph as well, but not as much as it can affect you actually. You would be able to still understand what exactly is it saying. So all of you can see the data. Let's read it together. The given candlestick chart, this is called a candlestick chart. Many people, there is a possibility that many of you would have seen this candlestick chart in your, share trading as well, right? Mostly it is used over there only in the share trading. They call it a candlestick chart, and the information given about a candlestick chart is exactly the same as it is practically there. So it says the given candlestick chart depicts the prices of a particular stock over 10 consecutive days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, so on and so forth up to day 10. So these are the 10 days in which the candlestick chart is given to you. So now I have a little doubt as well. I don't remember whether this question was an actual CAT or not. So as far as I remember, probably it was CAT 2021, but some confusion is also there. Somehow it is coming to my mind. It was not in CAT, because I appeared for many exams this year. So CAT was one of them, then ZAT was there, IFT was there, and SNAP was there. So sometimes we forget that which exam it belonged to. Okay. So it depicts the prices of a particular stock over 10 consecutive days. So as you can see, a candlestick comprises of a rectangular box pieced by a line. As you all can see here, on all the 10 days, we see a box. Sometimes it's a black box, sometimes it's a white box, and there is a single line passing through it. The top and the bottom ends of the line respectively indicate the maximum and minimum prices of the stock on that day, right? So if you talk about any of these figures, let us say I talk about this figure. So this figure is representing the maximum price of the stock on day 4, right? It is the maximum price of the stock on day 4, and this would be representing the minimum price of the stock on day 4. And what are these prices? So I can say that if you just look at this graph, this is 2440, this is 2460. So basically you can say if it is exactly in the middle, then it would be 2450. If it is slightly above the middle, I can take it as 2455. If it is slightly below the middle, I can take it as 2445, right? We can just break it into parts of 5. That way we can do it. Similarly here, it was 2400 ka line, it is the line of 2380. So if it is exactly in the middle, it is 2390, slightly below 2385, slightly above 2395. So these are the figures, right? This is the first thing that he has told you. Second, after that he says these are the maximum and minimum prices. They correspond to the stocks of while the horizontal edges of rectangle. So when I talk about any rectangle, let's talk about this rectangle. So these are the horizontal edges of the rectangle, right? This is the horizontal edge, this is the horizontal edge. These are the horizontal edges of the rectangle. They correspond to the stock's opening and closing price. So one of them is the opening price, one of them is the closing price. Now which one is opening, which one is closing? He says if the rectangle is white, the opening price is lower. So if it is white, we have the opening price lower, closing price above. And if it is black, then it is the other way around. So in case of black, the opening price is above and the closing price is down. So here, because it is black, I can say this is the opening price, this is the closing price. Here, because it is white, this is the opening price and this is the closing price. And we just have to see the figure and answer the questions. Is there anyone who is having a doubt here? Is that understood? This data is clear. How to read the data? Every time the top end of the line is giving you the maximum price of the stock on that day. The bottom end of the line is giving you the minimum price of the stock on that day. If it's a white graph, a white rectangle, the lower one is giving you the opening price, upper one is giving you the closing price, and in the black one, it is the other way around. So this is what we have to do here. I'm sure that all of you have understood this part. If there is anyone having a problem, please tell me. Milind, Sahil, others, anyone who is watching this video, Nikita Singh and others. So please tell me wherever you have a doubt. Now, how do we deal with this? The point is that in this question, when the data is completely in a new format, right? If it's a pie chart, probably we have done a lot of pie charts, we can understand that. If it's a bar graph, we can understand that. We have done a lot of bar graphs. A table we can understand, a line graph we can understand. Now this is something probably which is confusing me. Every time I go to a question, I will have this doubt. Okay, in a white bar, opening price was above, the closing price was above. And these lines, what are they representing? Is there any meaning of the middle point of the line? There are many questions that must be there. So in such cases, I would always suggest one thing that you should all do. That is, this set of course would have 4 questions. What is the ideal time to do a set? There is no ideal time, but yes, for a person who is looking for some 97, 98 percentile, I think even if you are spending 14, 15 minutes on this set, that's not bad, right? 10, 12, 13 minutes bhi jo hai, theek thaak hai, you can do that. So if I go about this set, let's just move ahead. What would I do? I would keep this data, right? I know all these things. I would just make a table first and I will do some hard work before going up to the questions, right? So is graph ko, because we have understood this graph, now let us just write all these values once in a table, and then that table would be enough for us to answer any of the questions, because wo graph bhi to yahi bata raha tha. So rather than getting confused again and again that which figure is above, which figure is below, which is a white rectangle, which is what does a black rectangle tells you. So just write all these values once and this will make your job easy. For example, here let's first start talking about the white ones. White ke bare mein baat karna shuru karte hain. This figure is approximately 2415. This is the maximum price. This figure is 2415. I hope you all are getting this. This is 2400. This is 2420. This is definitely above the middle. So 2410 से ऊपर है it is 2415. Here you might have a question, sir, how do we know it is 2415? Can't it be 2417? Can't it be 2418? Who knows about it? Yes, it can be, but generally you just take the common multiples, the approximate values, and CAT will ask you questions where it would not make a difference by taking it as 2415 rather than 2417 or 18. This is not your eye test. वो ये नहीं चेक कर रहे हैं कितना बढ़िया से you have figured out that it was 2418.2. तो ये क्वेश्चन तो फिर हमेशा रहेगा that even if I write 2418 तो आप बोलेंगे सर 2418.2 भी तो हो सकता है. So we just take some common multiples of 5 assuming कि CAT इस तरह की चीजें कम से कम हमसे नहीं पूछने वाला है. Okay. The lower figure, it is exactly on 2360, so I can say the minimum value is 2360. Because it's a white rectangle, so the lower one is the opening graph. This is the closing price. Opening price and closing price. What is the opening price? It is 2365. And what is the closing price? It is 2395. So these are the figures that I have written for day 1. For day 1. Prathamesh, I can't say relatable to MBA CET or not. Even CET can ask you questions like these in their exam. But the point is, probably this is too difficult with respect to CET exam, that we can say. उसके मुकाबले difficult है. हाँ जी. Similarly, when I'm talking about a black graph, so let us say I talk about this black graph. So this is the maximum price, which is very close to 2455 on day 5, right? Similarly, this is the minimum price. I can say this is approximately 2390, right? ये तकरीबन middle में है तो 2390 ले लिया. The opening price. Now this time the opening price would be above, the closing price would be below. The reason is because this time we have something else, that is a black rectangle. So ऊपर वाला figure जो बनेगा that will be very close to 2410, right? इसको 2410 बोल देता हूँ. और जो closing price आएगा this is very close to 2400 से हल्का सा नीचे है, but I can take it as 2400 approximately. So that ways all these figures can be written once by us. Okay. So what I have done, I have written all these figures, so I'll just erase them, and I've already done this work rather than wasting the time. So I have already written all these values over here on your screen. Okay. Just look at all the values, put them into the table, and then we can answer the questions. So all of you who are watching this video, can you guys please tell me, is this point clear to all of you? Have you understood this part? I mean, writing the values in the table. Can you do it by yourself now? I mean, of course, it is going to take you some time, 5 or 6 minutes it might take, but as I told you, once this table is there, doing questions would become easy because all the questions would be based upon this table only. After that, I would just look at these figures and I would answer the questions. तो ये काम मेरा आसान हो जाता है ऐसा करने से. So therefore, making this table would probably make your job a little bit easy. This is what I have done over. Okay, let's move ahead. So let's move on to some of the questions. Here's the first question. Which day saw the maximum percentage increase in the stock price at closing from opening? So maximum increase at closing from opening. So let's talk about day wise. Day 10 पे कितना है? 2275 से 2295. So there is an increase of 200 on a base of 2275. Day 2 देखिए. Day 2 पे there is an increase of 10 on a base of 2395. Sorry, it was not 200, it was 20. Okay. Next, day 1. Day 1 पे there is an increase of 30 on a base of 2365. And day 6. Day 6 पे there is a decrease rather. ये तो decrease हो गया है. So if I am looking for the maximum percentage increase, you will see that the denominators are almost the same, but the numerator is very high in this case. So the answer is C. Now you might say, sir, how can you say the denominator is same? Because they also differ by approximately 120, 200, something like this. Rather, numerators differ by only 10. When I talk about, जैसे मान लीजिए 20 by 2275 और 10 by, ये तो पक्का ही गया ना. The numerator is smaller, denominator is larger. ये तो पक्का ही आंसर नहीं है. How do I check that which one of them is greater? There is one simple point that I am discussing here. Just pay attention to that part. Can I say from 20 to 30 there is a 50% increase? right? But is there a 50% increase here? If denominator is increased by 50%, it will become 3300 something, whereas this is 2300 something. So ye increase jo hai, this is even less than 5%, not even 5%. So forget about 50%. So the numerator has increased by 50%. Denominator did not even increase by 5%. When numerator increases by a larger amount, of course, the fraction increases. So therefore, on that basis, I can say day 1 is the day when you have the maximum percentage increase in the stock price. Hello Random Watch and everyone else. I hope this first question is clear to everyone. As you can see, by making the table, the job became immediately easy for us. Let's look at the second one now. What is the highest magnitude of change over 2 consecutive days? और ये अब देखिएगा ध्यान, magnitude of change कह रहा है, positive negative नहीं कह रहा है. For example, day 1 to day 3 or day 5 to day 7 in the maximum price touched by during the 10-day period, choose the closest option. Okay, maximum price में he is asking for the highest change in 2 consecutive days, that is 1 2 3 5 to 7 ऐसा. So from 1 to 3, what is the change? I see that there is a change of 25. From 2 to 4, what is the change? I see that there is a change of 20. From 3 to 5, what is the change? I see there is a change of 25. So this is negative, but hai to 25. From 4 to 6, what is the change? There is a change of 55. From here to here, what is the change? There is a change of 45. Yahan se yahan, what is the change? There is a change of 70. Yahan se yahan, what is the change? There is a change of 40. Or yahan se yahan, what is the change? There is a change of 0. The maximum change is here. So my answer is option B, which is equal to 70. I hope you got my point, right? And I hope you can see how easy the question has become for us just by looking at these figures. So that hard work that we have done in the beginning of the set, it is definitely going to work for us, and immediately we get the answers for all these questions. Okay, Ji? I'm sure this part is clear. We move on to question number 3. Wherever you have a doubt, please tell me, guys. I'm looking at the chat box as well. On which day the ratio of maximum price to the opening price is highest across the 10 days? Let's calculate. Maximum to opening. What about day 3? Maximum is 2440. Opening is 2405. What about day 4? Maximum is 2455. Opening is 2435. What about day 10? Maximum is 2330. Opening is 2275. And what about day 1? Day 1 pe maximum is 2415 and opening is 2365. The question is, which of these is giving you the maximum price to opening price ratio? Ye highest kab aa raha hai ye ratio? This is what the question is asking us. When is it highest? In the first scenario, I see, देखो 2405 का 100% तो ऊपर निकाल ही दो, तो बाकी कितना बचता है 35. So it is like 35 by 2405. I mean 100% plus this. Similarly, can I say it is 100% plus 20 by 2435? Can I say it is 100% plus 2330 कितना ज्यादा हुआ 2275 से 2055. 55 by 2275. And when I look at this, it is 100% plus how much? 50 by 2365. Okay. So मतलब मैंने सब में से 100% तो पहले ही रिमूव कर दिया. 100% is removed from all of them. Whatever is remaining from that, I have to check which is giving me the maximum first price to opening price ratio. Okay. Let's just compare them one by one. When I compare these two, right, I see that this is equal to 20 and this is 75% more. Is it 75% more? No. So therefore this is not the highest. Okay, this is not the highest. Yahan pe I see the numerator is larger whereas the denominator is smaller. Numerator बढ़ गया, denominator छोटा है. Cannot be the answer. अब बचेगी 35 by 2405. Here I say the numerator increased by 35 पे 20 which is approximately 50%. यहाँ पे तो decrease हो गया है. Again I see numerator is larger, denominator is smaller. So of course this is the king. This has to be the highest value. So the answer is day 10. If you understood this, guys, please like the press the like button on the video. At least if you are not writing in the chat box, you can do that at least. I'm sure this trick would be very helpful for you in the upcoming questions as well. कभी भी बहुत बड़े नंबर दिखते हैं दोनों में, ऊपर और नीचे, तो मुश्किल हो जाता है to calculate which one is larger, which one is smaller. This trick will help you a lot. कि सीधा सीधा यार 100% तो रिमूव ही कर दो ना. Every number is something more than 100%. 100% रिमूव हो गया, जो बचा, how easy that has become, you can easily check, because छोटे numbers में it is always easy to calculate by what percentage it has increased, by what percentage it has decreased. So when they are 35, 20, 55, it is easy to compare them. But when they were 2440, 2455, 2330, they were very difficult to compare. This makes your job immediately easy. Yes, I am sure that all of you have understood now. So please press the like button as well, guys. I see that still you have not pressed the like button. They are the same. So let's move ahead now on the next question. Here is another question again from an actual exam. I think Z, recent Z या CAT की बात है. I don't remember Z है या CAT है. But very recent years. I have appeared for this test. So just read this info, guys. Just read the info, then I'll show you the graph, and after that we'll start discussing this. एक बार पढ़ लीजिए इसको. So it says, to compare the rainfall data, India Meteorological Department calculated the long period average of rainfall during period June to August for each of these 16 states. The figure given below shows the actual rainfall during June to August 2019 and the percentage deviations from LPA. LPA is what? He has already told you, long period average of the respective states in 2018. So long period average, the name itself tells you कि उन्होंने एक बहुत लंबा सा पीरियड लेके उसकी एवरेज निकाली होगी. Something like कि last 50 years, 60 years, 100 years में what is the average rainfall in the period of June to August and what is happening this year, so that they can compare those, right? So comparison में क्या होगा? Either it will be more than that or it will be less than that, so there would be some deviation. He says now given data would be giving you the percentage deviation as well as the actual figures as well. So just have a look at the graph now. This is the graph. This is giving you the actual rainfall from June to August 2019, and y-axis is giving you the deviation from LPA in percentage terms. What does that mean? Let's take any of these figures. I'll just talk about any random figure over here. So let us talk about कौन सा figure ले लूँ मैं यहाँ पे? Let's take this figure, MP, which is 600. Okay. MP is 600. That means in June to August 2019, MP had an actual rainfall of 600. MP had an actual rainfall of 600. And on y-axis it lies on 10. Is that right, guys? On y-axis it is lying on 10. That means this 600 is with a 10% deviation from LPA. 10% deviation from LPA, and because it is on the positive side, it means it is 10% more than the LPA. In other words, you can say the LPA of MP is, let us say, L into so LPA नाम दे देता हूँ. So 1.1 times of the LPA is 600. So from that I can even calculate the LPA of MP. मैं फिर repeat करता हूँ. 600 is the actual rainfall or 10% is the deviation from LPA. The positive deviation is telling you कि जितना भी पहले rainfall होता था, the average of that rainfall, which is called LPA. This year 10% more than that has happened. So मतलब अगर पहले का LPA मेरा LPA था, so this year it is 10% more. 10% more means 1.1 times. So 1.1 times of the LPA is 600, which is this year. So what was the LPA? 600 divided by 1.1. And there is no other figure apart from that in the whole data. So in this data, I would suggest do not make that table, because not many confusing things are there. Now I have understood for each one of them exactly the same thing is to be done. For example, if we talks about Goa, this figure, देखो ये figures भी already लिखी हुई हैं, so why to make a table here? It is 2700 and LPA is, deviation from LPA is 15%, 10 और 12 के बीच में. So if I have to calculate the LPA, I would straight away say 2700 upon 1.15, the way I have done here. इसका LPA 10% था, अभी divided by 1.1, इसका 15% है, divided by 1.15. West Bengal, their LPA is minus 30, so that means 600 divided by 0.7 is their LPA. Minus 30 means कि LPA से 30% कम रेनफॉल हुआ है in West Bengal. In West Bengal, there is 30% less rainfall than the LPA. 30% less का मतलब है 0.7 times. So I divided by 0.7 to get that. It's as simple as this. So no table required for this. Let's have a look at the question straight away. It says, okay, I somehow this graph is not visible to us. Just give me a moment, guys, so that I can make this graph visible to us, because it is needed there. Just give me a moment, I'm doing this. हाँ जी, I think yes, now it is visible to everyone. Okay, चलिए, let's start doing it. If a heavy monsoon state is defined as a state with actual rainfall from June to August 2019 of 900 mm or more, 900 mm or more, so 900 mm आता है यहाँ कहीं, right? This is 800, this is 1000, so 900 or more is above this, इससे आगे, right? Then approximately what percentage of heavy monsoon states have a negative deviation from respective LPAs in 2019? किस किस का negative deviation है? How many percentage of those are there? First of all, above 900 है कौन कौन से? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total है 7. उसमें से how many of them are having a negative deviation? 1, 2, 3. 3 are having a negative deviation. So 3 by 7 into 100 is 42.86%, which is straight away option A. So option A is the correct answer for this question. I hope you can understand this now. Clearly visible to you guys, right? He said first of all it has to be more than 900 mm. More than 900 mm हम लोगों ने देखा कि उसमें था, there are 7 in which there is more than 900 mm. Out of which how many of them are having a negative deviation? वो नीचे की तरफ थे. So there were 3 which were having a negative deviation. So my answer became 3 by 7 into 100, which is 42.86%. As I said, you can see this, that it did not require any table, right? कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. Otherwise it would have been unnecessarily a lot of hard work before the question. So that was not needed here. Let's look at the next question as well. LPA of a state for a year is defined as the average rainfall in the preceding 10 years, considering the period of June and August, June to August. So he says कि LPA क्या है? It is the average rainfall of the last 10 years. For example, if today is 2022, so last 10 years are 2011, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. These are the last 10 years. Sorry, 12 as well. So whatever is the rainfall in June to August of all these years, just take an average of that. He says that is called LPA. This time he has given us that this is the average of last 10 years. This is what you have to keep in mind. Okay. For example, LPN 18 इज द एवरेज ऑफ, अच्छा ये हमने ऑलरेडी पहले ही समझ ही लिया है, ठीक है, एग्जांपल की जरूरत ही नहीं है. It is also observed that actual rainfall in Gujarat in 2019 is 20% more than rainfall in Gujarat in 2009. LP of Gujarat in 2019, ये हमें बताना. Okay. Actual rainfall in Gujarat in 2019, can I say it is equal to 600? Look at this figure, right? It is already given to us. ये 2019 की ही तो figures हैं. So actual rainfall in Gujarat in 2019 is 600. He says it is 20% more than rainfall in 2009. So can I say rainfall in Gujarat in 2009 is equal to 500, right? If 600 is 20% more than something, that something has to be 500. 500 से ही तो 20% ज्यादा बनता है 600, right? So if it is 500, this is 20% more, and 20% more का मतलब हो गया that will be equal to 600. What is the LPA of Gujarat in 2019? One more thing. For Gujarat, the deviation from LPA is 25%, right? Deviation from LPA is 25%. And now this LPA would be of 2018. भाई 19 के अगर फिगर्स है तो इसका जो डेविएशन होगा फ्रॉम द लास्ट ईयर्स, ओके, एवरेज. So now can I say that let us say the LPA of Gujarat, I mean it was X last year, 25% more than that is Gujarat's figure. So 1.25x is 600. So X is 480. What is this X? This is the LPA of Gujarat in 2018. I repeat, I am assuming the LPA of Gujarat in 2018 to be X. Deviation from that X in 2019 is 25%. So X plus 25% of X, that is 1.25x, is equal to the figure of 2019, that is equal to 600. From there I got X is equal to 480. So LPA of Gujarat in 2018 was 480. LPA of Gujarat in 2018 was 480. Now what is the LPA? He says LPA of 2018 is the sum of average of all these figures from 2009 to 18. So the rainfall of 2009, 2010, 2011, so on and so forth up to 2018, their average is 480. So can I say the total of these is 4800, right everyone? Their average is 480, so the total is 4800. Out of these now, we know that this figure is equal to 500. ये तो हमने अभी निकाली यहां से. This figure is 500. So 2010 से 18 तक का sum would be 4300. Question says that what is the LPA of Gujarat in 19? How would I calculate the LPA of Gujarat in 19? That is the figure of the last 10 years from 19. That is 2010, 2011, 2012, so on and so forth up to 2019. हम लोगों को इन सब का एवरेज चाहिए from 2010 to 2019. Out of which 2010 से लेके 18 तक का सम तो ऑलरेडी 4300 आ ही गया है from here, and 2019 is equal to how much? 600. So what is the average? 4300 plus 600, that is 4900, and the average is 4900 by 10. 490 mm is the correct answer for this question. 490 mm is the correct answer for this question. And trust me, it is taking time for me to explain it to you. But if I am doing it in the exam time, then it would not be this difficult. तब आपको उतना लेंथी भी नहीं लगेगा. You don't have to explain it to anyone. तब तो आप खुद से कर रहे होगे तो आपको ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं आएगी मेरे ख्याल से. So if you have understood both of these questions, please tell me fast, guys. If there is any question, write it in the chat box. If you have understood, please press the like button, and I'll move forward to the next question now. So what I have done, that I have taken only 2 questions, 3 questions from each set. The purpose is to explain you the idea of the set. वो 2 question में भी हो जाता है, rather than doing all 4 questions. That does not make any sense. So I've taken 2 questions that you have understood the data now. Now I'll talk about the third kind of data set, because by doing this I felt that I would be able to do more kind of sets in one class rather than doing 1 set and 4 questions on that. तो इससे 3 set cover कर पाएंगे. So I'm able to take an extra set in this class. Let's talk about this now. क्या कह रहा है यहाँ पे? The following plot describes the height, weight, age, gender of 20 patients visiting a hospital. So all of these are represented in one single graph. So how beautifully they have created a graph. Just think of it. Otherwise we can't think of showing two things in a graph, maximum three. They are going to show you four things in a graph. How have they done that? Just have a look at this. They say the color would decide whether the person is a male or a female. The size of the dot would decide the age of the person. The y-axis is going to give you the weight of the person, and the x-axis is going to give you the height of the person. Got it? काफी ही बढ़िया सा बना दिया है. I'm sure that you can understand this part, right? Color is deciding the gender of the person. The size of the dot will tell you what is the age of the person. Y-axis is going to give you the weight. X-axis is going to give you the height. A little bit more info is there. He says, what is BMI? BMI is weight divided by squared height in squared meters, right? For example, a person has a weight of 100 kg and a height of 1 meter, then his BMI would be 100 divided by 1 square, right? In squared height. So whatever height is there, you just square it, it will become a squared height. So you divided 100 by 1 square, that will give you 100 as the BMI of a person. He says if it is below 18.5, the person is underweight. Above 18.5 but less than or equal to 25, in this range the person is normal weight. Above 25 but less than or equal to 30 is overweight. And then we have obese. So there are 4 points: 18.5, 25, 30. इसके पहले हो गए अंडरवेट, इसमें हो गया नॉर्मल वेट, इसमें ओवरवेट, and these are obese. These are the three categories which we have to discuss about. Okay, let's have a look at the questions. The average age of the female patients who weigh 50 kg or above. Weigh 50 kg or above, that means above this line. Okay, female patients, that means the red ones. So red ones above this line are this, and this. The question is asking for their average age. वो कह रहा है आप इन सबकी average age बताइए. Now age would be decided by the size of the dot. So can I say this person will have an age of 70, this person will have an age of 70, this person will, नहीं 70 नहीं था, I am sorry, this is 60, this is 60, because 70 तो शायद ये हो जाएगा, या ये 80 है, नहीं 80 तो ये हो जाएगा, हाँ ठीक है. So this would also be 60, this would also be 60, this would be 70, this would be 60, and this would be 50. 80 तो कोई भी नहीं है, 80 would be this one. So probably I am able to compare with this. Then I can say कि वो 70, 60. Otherwise इससे compare करना तो मुश्किल हो रहा था, right? इससे compare कर लेते हैं. Yeah, this is the largest dot. From that you can understand कि ये dot भी इससे छोटा है, red वाला, right? This dot is smaller. So that means this largest is 80. So this has to be 70. इससे छोटा है ये 60. और वो तो दिख ही जा रहा है. The smallest one which is equal to 50 now. Okay. So what is the average? 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60. 5 times 60, that is equal to 300, plus 70 plus 50, that is equal to 120. Is there anyone else? Yeah, यही सब है. So this is 420. And how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 420 divided by 7, the answer is equal to 60. So my answer would be very close to 62. वैसे तो होना तो नहीं चाहिए. Are we missing anything? Oh God, I calculated for males. The question was asking for females, and none of you said anything, है ना? टीचर की गलती करा के बड़ा मजा आता है. देखिए फीमेल्स की बात हो रही थी. फीमेल्स तो ब्लू वाले हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज वन फीमेल अबव 50. इनकी एज कितनी होगी? 50, राइट? दिस इज वन फीमेल अबव 50. वेट कह रहा हूं मैं यहाँ पे. हर एज इज 50, and he says who weigh 50 kg or above. So this lady would also be taken. This lady would also be taken. इनका कितना हो जाएगा वेट? 70. This lady would also be taken 60. This lady would also be taken 70. So now the average is 100, 60 is 160, 160 plus 140, that is 300, and 300 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 5, so the answer should again be equal to 60. फिर गड़बड़ हो गई क्या? 1 2 3 4 5, ओ सॉरी दिस वाज 80. हाँ ये 80, ये मुझे यहाँ पे दिख नहीं रहा आराम से, सो दिस इज, अरे ये तो एग्जैक्टली ही 62 आ गया, सो 62 इज द राइट आंसर. हेलो प्राप्त कुमार, समझ गए जी? डॉट्स का साइज देखने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी. सो दिस आई मीन स्मॉलेस्ट वन इज इजी, 50-50 है, उससे थोड़ा बड़ा दिस वाज 60, उससे थोड़ा बड़ा दिस वाज 17, दिस इज द लार्जेस्ट, दिस शुड हैव बीन 80. दीज टू आर एक्चुअली द सेम साइज, राइट? सो ये 80, 60, 70, 50, 50, देयर एवरेज इज 62, व्हिच गिव्स अस द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. अगले पे आते हैं. The highest BMI among all patients. We discussed about BMI. What is BMI? BMI is the weight divided by height in meters ka square. So when would this be highest? Can I say obviously this would be highest when weight is on the higher side and height is on the smaller side. I hope you are getting my point. When the weight is on the higher side and height is on the smaller side. So weight ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, height कम. वेट सबसे ज्यादा है इसका, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव दिस पर्सन, उसके बाद कम है और उनकी तो हाइट भी ज्यादा हो गई है. ऑफ कोर्स कैन आई से ऑल दीज पीपल शुड बी एलिमिनेटेड बिकॉज दीज पीपल हैव हायर हाइट एंड लोअर वेट व्हेन दिस गाय विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस गाय, राइट? दिस पर्सन हैज अ लोअर हाइट बट वेरी लो वेट एज वेल, इसका वेट ज्यादा है इससे एंड लो हाइट एज वेल, तो ये भी एलिमिनेट, ये भी सब एलिमिनेटेड. सो आंसर आएगा तो या तो इससे आएगा या फिर इससे आएगा, वन ऑफ दीज टू. लेट्स चेक देम. पहले इसकी मैं बात करता हूं. व्हाट इज दिस? द वेट इज 70, हाइट इज 160 सेंटीमीटर, दैट मींस 1.6 का स्क्वायर कर देता हूं नीचे. मीटर्स में 1.6, उसका स्क्वायर कर दिया, सो इट इज 70 डिवाइडेड बाय 2.56. So 2.56 is very close to 2.5, which is 5/2. So it is 140 by 5. It is very close to 28, right? Very close to 28, slightly lesser than 28. इसकी बात करते हैं. Weight of this guy is approximately 77, you can say, divided by height is 1.7. So 1.7 का square. So 77 divided by 2.89. इसको मैं अगर 3 ले लूं तो 3 लेने पे 26 आता है, सो अबव 26. सो वन इज अबव 26, वन इज बिलो 28. फ्रॉम द ऑप्शंस कांट आई से स्ट्रेट अवे माय आंसर हैज टू बी 27 ओनली. माय आंसर हैज टू बी 27 ओनली. 23, 20 आर वेरी लो, 33 इज टू लार्ज. हाँ, देयर वुड हैव बीन अ प्रॉब्लम इफ देयर वाज वन ऑप्शन लाइक 27.5. एक 27 भी हो जाता है, 27.5 भी हो जाता तो दिक्कत होती, बट दैट इज फॉर्चुनेटली नॉट देयर. सो आई कैन से दैट 27 इज द राइट आंसर फॉर आवर क्वेश्चन, राइट? Yes, body mass index is correct, and please do like the session guys if you are getting the points. And we move on to the last question of the day. Will not take much time, just last question of the day. The BMI of the oldest person considered as normal weight is approximately what? So who is the oldest person? So this person is oldest, this person is oldest, this person is oldest. These are the 3 oldest people. But वो कह रहा है normal weight. Normal weight कौन से थे? The people who are in the range of 18.5 to 25. So the person who's having a BMI of 18.5 to 25. Let's start with any one guy. Now this person has a very low weight, so there are chances is not normal weight, right? One of these two would be our answer, definitely. मैं किसी भी एक को चेक कर लेता हूं. Let's check this one. This guy has a weight of 61 and a height of 1.75. तो 1.75 का स्क्वायर कर देंगे. 1.75 is 7/4. So 7/4 into 7/4. So ultimately I have 16 ones are 16 and 96 plus 1 97. 976 by 49. And this is very close to 20, which means this guy is normal weight. Now had this guy not been normal weight, I would have immediately said that this is the normal weight guy, right? No, sorry, अगर ये मान लीजिए normal weight से नीचे होता तो ये तो पक्का ही नीचे होता, because his height is same but weight is less. If one guy is already underweight, so this guy has to be underweight, then तो फिर तो ये underweight हो ही जाता ऐसे केस में. So therefore I can say that this guy is normal weight. Of course None of them would be, because he says BMI of the oldest person considered as normal weight. This question itself is telling us there is only one guy who is normal weight. Oldest लोगों में एक ही आदमी है जो normal weight है. We have already got that guy. So what is he asking us about this? That what is the BMI of this person? कितना आ रहा है? So we are saying that this is very close to 20. So my answer is option A, that is equal to 20. So the BMI of the oldest person considered as normal weight is equal to 20. Of course, ये 19 नहीं होगा, because अगर 980 by 49 होता, it would have been exact 20. It is slightly less. तो 1% कम हो जाएगा इससे. 1% का मतलब हो जाएगा 19.9%. Still, I would give the answer as 20. Okay. So that was all about today's class, guys. So now this is all about our CAT 2022 comprehensive program. Anyone who is willing to join BYJU'S Exam Prep for it, everything that you'll be getting is written on this page. You can just see this, and of course the number is also written this for the counselor. So if you want to speak to the counselor, of course you can call up at this number, which is given at the bottom of the screen. And please do like the session. As I've told you before as well, this is the only motivation for us, that you like the session. We get to know that you are liking it. Comment in the comment section whatever doubts you have. Please share it with more and more people, and subscribe to BEP channel. And we are currently there on all of these channels: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and Play Store and all. And you can join Telegram. There all faculties are also there. They can answer your questions. So that's all from my side, guys. So please stay connected with BYJU'S Exam Prep. You'll keep having more such sessions in future as well. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Bye bye, and take care, everyone. Ta-da.